Good evening, students. Good evening, students.
Good evening, sir.
Just a minute, students. I'm having small power issues here. Okay. Just a minute. I will start the session. Today we are going to discuss limits and derivatives. Limits which already completed in term 1. We are going to discuss the derivatives in this session. One second. Still it is loading for me. The document was just a minute. Anyone can brief what is what is the differentiation? Sorry, what is the derivative? Limits. What is meant by limits? Students, please. What is meant by limits? Hamsini, Arvind, anyone can tell us what is meant by limits? We've done so many numericals on limits. We've done exam also. Please, what is meant by limits?
Sir,
Anyone can give? Yes, please.
sir, if there is a function f of x such that the value of x is approaching, say, h or a, then if the value of f of x is approaching another value, say b, then b is called the limit of the function f of x when x is reaching a.
Yeah, if any value is approaching h, it should satisfy the neighborhood values also having the same value. H minus h plus are called neighborhood values of h. So f of h, f of h plus, f of h minus should be same. Amma, Chipama. Now we are going to introduce differentiation or derivatives. Or differentiation, both are same only. This explained in many ways. We will start this concept in a simple way. What is exactly meaning of differentiation? What is the meaning of dependent variable and independent variable, students? What is it meaning? What is meant by dependent variable and independent variable? What is meant by dependent variable and independent variable? Suppose if I am writing y is equal sin t, sin x. What is meaning of dependent variable and independent variable here?
Sir, y is the dependent variable and x is the independent variable.
Y is the dependent variable and x is the independent variable. On what basis we are saying y is the dependent variable and x is the independent variable? What is the meaning? Anyone can explain this little bit clearly? If we are able to explain, that is only our differentiation. Over. If we are able to explain this one, that is only our differentiation. What is the meaning of dependent variable and independent variable? Because when I am talking, when we start discussing about the differentiation in +2, I will explain a little bit more. In physics, we will get a different way of approaching the differentiation. But in math, very simplest manner, we will discuss the differentiation. So, what is the meaning of dependent variable? On what basis we are saying this is dependent variable, this is independent variable? Anyone guess? Students, please. Students, quickly.
Sir, for a given value of x, the function assumes the value of y as
Don't
value of the function.
go too much explanation. I mean, too much subject point of view. I'm saying why I can't call x is dependent here. What is why I am giving y is only dependent? What it means? That is what my question. Guys, please response. Please respond, guys. We will finish at least the concept of differentiation because I don't have power and my network will lose as early as possible. I don't have power means I can't sustain network continuously. At any moment, network will go down. Please. See here, the dependent variable means I can say here I can write y is a function of x, where this function is a sine function. If there is a change in x, y is also changing. The value of y is also changing. So the meaning is y is depending on x. Y is depending on x. That's the reason we are calling y is called depending variable. This is a variable and which is depends upon something. And x is called independent variable. Are you clear what I'm trying to say, students? Is it clear what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
I can say x is independent means it's my choice. It's my choice. That means if I'm taking the same function y is equal. When x is equal to 30 degrees, my y is equal to 1 by 2. If my x is equal, if I'm choosing, so yes, I'm assuming x is equal to 30 degrees, so correspondingly y will come. Why I can't choose myself for x is equal to 30? Whatever the x value I am putting here, that will decide your y value here. Same as when I'm x is equal to 45 degrees, my corresponding y value is equal to 1 by root 2. When I'm taking x is equal to 60, my y value is equal to root 3 by 2. So what is the value of 1 by 2? 0.5. The meaning of 1 by root 2 means sorry guys. Root 2 value, it is coming approximately 0.707. If I'm taking this value 1.2, approximately 0.866. That means if x is increased or decreased by something, the y will increase or decrease. But is this the right method to calculate change of a function with respect to its dependent variable? It's the independent variable with respect to its variable. Is this right way? Is it really useful? This is a method will be useful to understand the changes and behavior of the function, how it is changing, at what value, how it is changing. This is a substitution method, randomly like a trial and error method we are calculating and we are doing. This is not actually a right method to understand. We have to give proper method for any kind of function, how the y is changing. Suppose if I'm taking the same change at y x is equal to 90. If I'm taking x is equal to 90, this is a little bit different. At y is equal to sine 90, it is 1. If I'm taking less than 90, it will be less than 1. If it is greater than 90, also it is less than 1. the y value is not exceeding 1. So the behavior of the function is different at 90 degrees, that is at pi by 2 degrees. So how to understand the behavior of function? There is a small change. Suppose if x is increased by a small change, where further we are discussing if there is a change in x. Suppose if f is a function of x, if there is a change in x, so y also changing. So x is changed from x1 to x2. That means my x2 minus x1 is called delta x. So y also changed. When x is equal to x1, my y is equal to y1. So if I'm taking a table, like when you're drawing the graph, x is equal to x1, I got y is equal to y1. X is equal to x2, I got y is equal to y2. So the change in x is called delta x, that is x2 minus x1. The change in y is called delta y, y2 minus y. So with respect to x, how the y is changing, we will say as the ratio of delta y by delta x is known as y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1. You can remember the slope of the concept. Change of y with respect to x. If I'm talking, what is the change in function value if its variable is changing? Its variable is changing. So if it is bigger values, if I am able to calculate, you can calculate. But how to explain this variation at any situation, at any point, how the function is varying, whether that variation can be defined or not? That means if the delta x is almost 0, that means the change is even though very small. How we can discuss? What is the meaning of change? Suppose this change is h, and this h is almost small. When x is equal to x and x is increased by h, where h is almost 0, x plus h, then how the function is behaving? So according to this, I can write f of x plus h minus f of x divided by x plus h minus x. This is your y2, this is your y1, this is your x plus h, and this is x divided by h. If I am seeing, this is very clear. This is a change in function when x is equal to x, and this is a value of the function f of x substituting with increment value or increment or decreased value. This is the change in value. This is your like delta x. If this is your y2 minus y1, where y2 is when x is equal to x plus h, y1 is when x is equal to h. If h is very almost 0, that means limit h tends to 0, delta y by delta x can be written as the rate of change of y with respect to x. How I can calculate? Limit h tends to 0, f of x plus h minus f of x divided by h. So whatever the expression you are getting after applied this limit, that expression is called differentiation of that function. The differentiation of the function is known as a behavior of the function, how the function is changing in terms of a function at that particular values. Is it clear, guys, what I am trying to say? Is it clear? Students, are you clear what I am saying? So now we will see, we are not going to discuss the variation of the function for a particular value. It might be any value how the function is changing. It might be any value how the function is changing. Suppose if I am taking particular value, we will start with simple functions and we will discuss the variation of the functions, how it is behaving at different positions. Suppose if I am taking a function, initially we will start with few points. Suppose if I am saying the function, find the rate of change of. So instead of calling always rate of change, I will say find the derivative of a function at a point. Find the derivative of a function at x is equal to 0, where my function is f of x is equal to sin x. F of x is equal to sin x. So he is asking dy by dx at x is equal to 0. What is the definition of the dy by dx according to previous question? When y is equal to x, what is the value of y at x is equal to x? If x is increased by a small value x plus h, what is the y value? This difference divided by the difference next is the, so limit h tends to 0 of x plus h minus f of h divided by x plus h minus class. So your x is 0. F of 0 plus h minus f of 0 by h. Limit h tends to 0. What is this meaning, students? What is this meaning? This will be limit h tends to 0 sin h minus sin 0 is 0 divided by h. So limit h tends to 0 sin h by h is equal to, we already know, 1. It is 1. Will you remember in physics sin theta is equal to theta if theta is very small? How many people can remember from physics? How many people can able to remember from physics this point? Anyone, students? Anyone can remember this concept anywhere you saw in the physics? Theta is equal to 0, sin theta can be written as theta. Tan theta can be written as theta. Anyone can recollect? Students? Students, please respond. Anyone can recollect this point? What
Yes,
is this
sir.
mean? Where you saw? Sin theta is equal to theta, tan theta is equal to theta. Where you saw? Where you observed this one? Anywhere, any point? What is this meaning? What is this meaning? White light is for my lab. Guys, please respond. Guys, I'm asking anyone, what is this meaning? Or simply we can say yes, somebody said it is right. Why it is? What is this meaning? What is this meaning? Please, if you understand what are the solution I'm getting, sin h by h is equal to 1 and h is equal to 0. Might be the x value is some other value, I can't get 1. It may be different. When h tends to 0, then only this value is correct. The ratio of sin h by h is equal to 1. Why you will understand from this point. Anyone, what is the meaning of if theta is very small, sin tan theta is equal to theta, sin theta is equal to theta? What is this meaning? If you understand this tan theta is
Sir?
equal to, yes, please.
Sir, we can also say in the way of how radian angle is described, right?
Yeah. What is the meaning of sin theta is equal to theta at lower angles? Suppose if I am saying sine 1 degree is equal to not 1 degree. Sine 1 radian will be equal to 1 radian. Not 1 radian. Very small angles. That means sine 1 degree will be equal to, if I am converting 1 degree into radians, then only it will be equal to 1 degree in radian. 1 degree in radian is how much? Pi by 180 radians. Because 180 degrees called as pi radians. So 1 degree will be how much? 1 by 180 into pi. Correct? Pi radians, 180 degrees is pi radians. 1 degree will be how many radians? So x is equal to 1 by 180 into pi only, according to your ratio concept. 180 by 1 is equal to pi by x. So x is equal to pi by 180 radians. So if I am multiplying with 1, you will get conversion of 1 degree into radians. Will be equal to pi by 180. Suppose if I am using a calculator, you can able to see very clearly this one. Suppose if I am taking trigonometric functions, sine function, if I am using sine 0, sine 1 degree, sine sorry guys, it's not able to get. Yeah, if I am taking sine 1 degree, so it is in degree format, sine sine 1 degree, if I am taking, I am getting the answer is 0.01745. So the value of sine 1 degree is how much? 0.17452. Suppose if I am taking the value of pi by 180, that is 3.14 divided by 180. See, I'm getting the same value, which is almost equal. Here also I'm getting 0.17444. So this is not valid for all the values. Suppose if I'm taking 80 degrees, what is the value of sine 80 degrees? Sine 8 degrees. 0.13917. 0.13917, which is equal to pi by 180 into 8. So this 8 pi by 180. Let's see whether we are getting what is the value of 8 pi by 180. 8 pi by 180 is 8 into pi value is 3.14 divided by 180. 0.1395. So which is equal to 0.1. Sorry guys, there is a disconnection. Anyone can make me host? Yes, thank you. Is it clear what I'm trying to explaining to you? Suppose if I'm taking sine 15 degrees, I'm using the calculator again. Sorry, it's online calculator I'm using. Sine 15 degrees, 0.2588. 0.2588. But if I'm taking pi by 180 of 15 degrees, so 15 pi by 80. 15 into 3.14 divided by 180. 0.2616. I'm getting this value is 0.2616. So if I'm rounding off to 2 decimals plus 2 level, we will round off to 2 decimals are flexible. 26. But if increasing to the angle is sine 20 degrees. Taking the sine 20 degrees, I will write in red color to show the little bit difference. Sine 20 degrees. The value of sine 20 degrees is how much? If I'm using this calculator to calculate sine 20 degrees, I'm getting 342020. This is 0.342020. Let's see 20 degrees converted into radians. How many radians you are getting? 20 into pi by 180. This is 2 to cancel 2 9. So pi by 9 is the answer. So pi is 3.14. So 3.14 divided by 9. So 0.3488. So you can see the difference now. See here, even pending up and 0.3 here and 0.3.
Sorry, your screen is lagging.
So, screen is lagging, students. It's lagging. Will you able to hear me properly? Will you able to hear me now? Will you able to hear me, students?
Yes, sir.
Somebody said it's too lagging. Told you now, guys, at any moment it will be delayed. That's the reason I'm hurrying for your reply. I will rejoin, guys. I will assign to someone. I have to assign to someone. Then only it is possible. Raghav, I am assigning to you. I will rejoin again.